From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, in developing news, several people have been shot in the US near a main highway in Kentucky. CNN's Gloria Pasmino says it happened on the Interstate 75 in Laurel County.
Governor Andy Beshear, he wrote, "Kentucky, we are aware of a shooting on I-75. Law enforcement has shut the interstate down in both directions."
Fire crews are back on the ground, aiming for a hard hit on the remains of fire in Otago. More than 800 hectares of farmland, tussock and scrub burnt in Waitaki before crews were able to contain it yesterday afternoon. 4 firefighting crews and 2 helicopters are back today. Fire and Emergency Incident Commander Bobby Lamont says tomorrow's forecast is warm and windy.
We're still experiencing wind gusts out here at the moment from 60 to 70 kilometres an hour, and they are likely to be about that or a little bit more tomorrow.
And fire crews are working to put out a house fire in Invercargill. No one was injured and all those inside have now been accounted for. Out of control feral animals are causing farmers grief. Federated Farmers says wild species such as goats, pigs and deer are costing farmers almost $250 million every year and taking a toll on Indigenous biodiversity. Pest Management spokesperson Richard McIntyre says COVID's recreational hunting stall and a lack of government funding has worsened the situation, despite farmers working hard to keep on top of things.
The problem is they reduce populations on their own farm, only to have animals flood over the boundary from other neighbouring land.
McIntyre says there are issues with dock and forestry land. Prince Harry is reportedly set to inherit $17 million from the late Queen Mother when he turns 40. The Duke of Sussex will celebrate their milestone on September the 15th. The Times newspaper reports the inheritances were divided into instalments, one each for Prince William and Harry when they turned 21 and another on their 40th birthdays. That's news. In sport, the All Blacks are vowing to find a way out of their current troubles as they leave South Africa without a win. The 18-12 defeat in Cape Town hands the Springboks the Freedom Cup for the first time in 15 years. Coach Scott Robertson insists they're not far away. Robertson's rejecting suggestions he was being too philosophical in defeat.
Our duty demands that we win those games. I said that at the first question, to be honest with you, and that's not very philosophical. We care deeply about this jersey and we've got to win those.
Meanwhile, the dissection has begun for the Wallabies after a record mauling by the Pumas. Argentina have romped to a 67-27 win in Santa Fe. A third Grand Slam tennis title for Aryna Sabalenka. The two-time Australian Open has added a US Open crown to her trophy cabinet, defeating American hope Jessica Pegula in straight sets. That's sport. I'm Sandy Hodge.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.